The Mediterranean sun hung low over camp knew the day FC Barcelona announced not one, but two signings that would shape their next season. First came the goalkeeper Joan Garcia, steady hands to guard the net, followed by a name whispered in hushed excitement throughout European youth circuits, Rooney Bardi. It was as if Barca had unfurled a tapestry woven with threads of present solidity and future promise, stitching together experience and raw potential in equal measure. The stadium's air buzzed with possibility, and supporters could almost taste the fresh scent of opportunity, mingling with the familiar aroma of steamed paella wafting from nearby food stalls. But the true anticipation lay not in the walls of this storied arena, but in the dreams of a young Swede whose journey was about to enter its most brilliant chapter yet. To understand the gravity of Bardgh's arrival, one must rewind to his meteoric rise at FC Copenhagen. Picture a 17-year-old darting between defenders like a swallow skimming the water's surface, every touch radiating confidence. That same spark carried him into Copenhagen's first team, where he dazzled with an instinct for goal and an unquenchable thirst for the ball. Yet, last season dealt him a harsh blow, a serious injury that forced him into the sulking shadows of the treatment room. The sterile smell of disinfectant, a daily reminder of the game, paused. Hours bled into days on the sidelines, hope tied to every rehabilitative stretch and incremental milestone. And when he finally returned, whispers grew louder. Here stood one of Europe's most promising talents, forged in adversity and primed for his next act. On the day he inked his contract, Bardgh's grin could have outshone the summer sun. Speaking to Barcelona's media team, his voice trembled with a cocktail of joy and disbelief. "I have no words to describe the feeling I have right now," he confessed, eyes glistening like dew-laden grass in the morning light. Every syllable conveyed the weight of a dream cherished since childhood, a dream born on turf in Malmö, nurtured in youth academies, and now coming to life beneath the towering stands of Camp Nou. He spoke of his family, how each shared smile and tear had carried him here, and of the supporters whose chants he had once only heard through a television screen. This was more than a personal triumph, it was a collective exhalation of pride, as if every person who had ever believed in him now felt his heart pounding in unison with their own. But Bardgh's arrival resonated far beyond Catalonia's borders. "It's huge to be here," he said, the pitch lights reflecting in his eyes. Only 2 or 3 Swedish players had ever donned the Blaugrana stripes before him, their names whispered across the Orson straight, but rarely emblazoned in the annals of Camp Nou law. Now a new chapter was unfolding for Swedish football, a beacon for youngsters in Gothenburg, Stockholm and beyond, who could dare to imagine themselves walking the same hallowed grass. National pride swelled like a flag in a gale, and social media exploded with blue and yellow emojis as compatriots celebrated this symbolic victory. In Bardgh's success, they saw the hopes of an entire nation take flight. When asked to define his playing style, Bardgh leaned forward as if cradling a secret between his fingertips. "I'm a player who likes to have the ball and ask for it," he declared, voice steady with conviction. There was a pause, long enough for you to picture him darting into space, eyes scanning for the next pass, heartbeat syncing with the rhythm of the game. Then he added, almost as an afterthought, "I'm a player who makes my teammates better. I like to use my teammates." These words revealed the heart of his footballing philosophy. Not a lone wolf chasing glory, but a collaborative artist painting on a living canvas of movement and connection. Every flick, every threaded pass was intended to amplify the strengths of those around him, like the crescendo of an orchestra where no instrument overshadows another. Bardgh's eyes sparkled when the conversation turned to goals. He reflected on last season's campaign, a tapestry of triumphs, near misses and electric nights under floodlights. A last season was spectacular for the team, he said, the memory igniting a spark behind his gaze. "Hopefully, we can do it again this season and reach the end in all competitions. That's the goal." He gestured toward the horizon of possibility, as if pointing to the Champions League trophy itself. On a personal level, his ambitions were just as vivid. "My goal is to gradually break into the team, get minutes and show who I am. I hope to contribute with goals and assists, give my best so the club can achieve its goals." In his mind's eye, each training session was a brushstroke, each cameo an opportunity to etch his name onto the fabric of Barca's history. Yet, even as excitement crackled in the air, Bartegi tempered expectations with a dose of hard-earned wisdom. He knows that cracking Barcelona's starting 11 is no small feat. It demands patience, persistence, and a willingness to learn under the gaze of legends. The roar of Camp Nou's 99,000 fans, the intensity of every derby, the unrelenting pressure to perform. These are the crucibles in which great players are forged. But within these same walls lies an environment designed to nurture, where young talents blossom under expert tutelage and shared ambition. Coaches whisper tactical clues in changing room hush. Veteran stars offer guidance between drills, and the collective heartbeat of the club pulses with a drive for excellence. It is here, in this balancing act between lofty dreams and daily grind, that Bartge's true potential will awaken. Imagine the first time he steps onto the Camp Nou turf in front of roaring fans, the lights shimmering like a midnight sky, the ground trembling beneath thousands of clapping feet. What will he see? The slick blades of grass, the distant crest of the stadium roof, the swirl of colours as supporters raise their scarves. What will he feel? A surge of adrenaline that quickens his breath, the cool evening air brushing against his skin, the electricity of expectation prickling every nerve. Will he hesitate, or will he seize the moment, daring to carve his mark on Barca's storied mosaic? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the story of Rooney Bartge's journey has only just begun.